On the last episode, I looked at several reference materials for my portfolio website. This time, we're going to turn those ideas into reality. Hi, I'm Alfred, a freelance designer here in Toronto. I just recently came back from a 6-month journey across Southeast Asia, and now I'm trying to get my design career back on track. So I told myself, this is the perfect time to redesign, rethink, reinvent, revolutionize my portfolio website. And with that, let's get started. So my goal for this video is to show you an MVP of my landing page and then improve as I go. So I start by sketching the wireframes of my landing page with all the usual sections of a portfolio website. I have a main image, an about, featured work, services, and a contact section. With a plan in place, I opened Figma to design the Mid-Fidelity Wireframes for both the desktop and mobile versions. When I search for inspiration for portfolio websites, I like it when they have a statement that tells people how they could help them, kind of like a mission statement that tells you what my purpose is, and my current statement is designing websites and brands that make people smile. I got this idea from my branding class where we were asked to create a mission statement for ourselves. I thought of that because I want my designs to make people happy or at least feel something. So I still feel that way, but it doesn't fully align to what I believe in now because not all designs are meant to make people happy. So I have a few ideas in mind, but I need someone to bounce off of. So it was time to call one of my closest friends, ChatGPT. I'm not best at copywriting, so this is helpful when I'm showing my concepts and adding text to the mockups I'm designing. So one of my goals in creating this portfolio is making the design stand out and not explaining too much with words, and I do believe that the best designs don't need to be explained. I shared that thought with ChatGPT and then asked it for some suggestions. After a few back and forth, I think we got it. We land on websites and brands that speak for themselves. With a new tagline, I went back to Figma and tried designing a few layouts with it. I didn't expect to spend this much time on the header section, but I think that's okay because this is the first thing that the users will see on my website. And I tried a couple of designs based on the tagline I created. And I'm leaning more towards this layout where I have the tagline incorporated with some images. I'm planning to put images of the websites and the brands that I created on them. But the problem that I have with this one is it's very similar to a previous website that I created. And I'm not sure if I like that because I'm planning to include this website as a case study as well. So yeah, I think I need to find a way to make the layout more interesting. So I'm gonna work on the designs more and I'll see you in a bit. Hey, so I think we finally got it now. This design is still similar, but different enough from the previous designs I did. The only thing I'm worried about is if I'm going to be able to develop this on Webflow, so I'm hoping for the best right now. So I've got good progress on the landing page this morning. So this afternoon, I just got from a break. So I'm gonna continue working on the wireframes for the rest of the landing page. So this will include a short about me, a contact section, and then a placeholder for the case studies I'll be putting on my website. When I found the layout that I was satisfied with, I started working on the visual designs of the page. To speed up my process, I set up my type scale and color palette. I also spent most of my time designing the images I would use for each section and making sure they are cohesive with one another. Some of the images I used, like for example the featured work section, these will be placeholders for now because I'm not sure which projects I want to include there yet. After trying a lot of options, I got to a place where I'm satisfied with the overall look and feel of the page. I decided to call it a day because tomorrow is gonna be tough. So, good morning. Yesterday I finished all the designs for the landing page of the website. I can't believe I finished all that just in one day. There are parts of the website where I'm not really satisfied yet. I think what matters now is the layout of the wireframes is good enough for me, and I think the designs inside the cards can be changed easily in the future. So the goal for today is to put the designs I have in Figma and transfer it to Webflow. So Webflow is a no-code web design tool. I've been wanting to try this platform for a long time, and since this is my first time using it, I started looking for tutorials on YouTube about the basics. I already have my designs in Figma, so I followed this tutorial that talks about the Figma to Webflow plugin, and just hope for the best. So I just finished trying the Figma to Webflow plugin. So as of now, I think things are not that good. So this was my first take when I was trying to add it on Webflow, and it does look good on paper, but somehow imported it as an image, and that's not really what I want. And on the second attempt, I fixed my auto layout in Figma, and it brought in the text as actual text, and the images are all separate now. But the problem I have with this second attempt is I can't adjust the size of the columns I have. And then I tried to rebuild it by myself up here, and I think this is the closest that I have with my layout that I wanted. So I think I'm just gonna go with this one here. Okay, so looking at it now, at least we've made progress. The problem I have right now is that I didn't expect that would take that long. I literally spent the whole morning trying to figure out the layout for the header images. Hopefully the rest of the landing page wouldn't take that long. I'm also thinking that the main image is the hardest layout in my landing page, so hopefully the rest of the sections would go smoothly as possible. For now, I'm gonna walk outside and take a break. I expected bumps in learning Webflow, especially this is my first time using it. Slowly, I'm realizing that this is a completely different beast, and that's scary. You know, at this point, I was already thinking of just scrapping this video and then just moving on to the next. So I took a walk, and that cleared my thoughts. I remind myself that I've only been doing this for a day, so of course I won't be an expert right away. I realized that I still want to get this done. It's hard to avoid fear and doubt when you're trying something new, so I always tell myself to dive into fear. So after my existential crisis last week, I still continued working on the layout by myself in Webflow, and I wasn't sure if I was following the best practices. And now that I have the chance to rest during the weekend, I'm going to start my week right. I think it's time to swallow my pride and do this the right way.
Contemplating all my time. My thoughts make me tired, just running through my mind. Wonder if there's peace I can find.
Watching the videos took me longer than it should because I was also taking notes in between. I watched this video from Flux Academy. It taught me the basics like the box model, and terms like absolute and relative positioning. I was also able to follow along in creating this landing page and making it responsive. Well, most of it. Another lesson I learned from those videos is that the process will be easier if my Figma files are more organized, like for example having auto layouts and the proper styles for the text. On this attempt, I started from scratch. The first thing I did was set up my styles for my text, making sure that they are the right size and responsive for desktop and mobile. And now that I have that as a base, it was easier to work on the headline section because I was only copying the styles I've created. This way I can focus more on playing around with the layout I want for the images and text. I was happy I used this method because this gave me a great momentum for the other sections of the landing page. And after working on it for a few days, I can finally show you the final designs. I experimented by adding more interactions into the website, But slowly I began to realize that it's getting more complicated. I decided to stop for now because this is already a good attempt on my first try at Webflow. So be sure to let me know what you think on the comment section below. So next up on this series, I'll be working on the feature word section and show you my case studies that I'll be having on my portfolio website. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. Thank you!